Now, like I say, before I get going to paint in here, I'm going to take a little putty knife, nice little flexible one. This used to be straight across. I've used this on the concrete and cleaning grout lines and stuff. Look how rounded I got that. But I still use it. I can still use it for other things. And I'll feel my hand on here and see in different areas if I need to hit off any little bit. See that piece right there? And you can see stuff like that, especially when you get done painting, because this is semi-gloss walls. So anything that's got a mark like that, I can just do that. Okay, and I saw that somebody had done some patching here, and they only put one coat of paint over this. I know they didn't put a coat of primer and a coat of finish because it still feels rough, like it needs another coat of paint. I can see exactly where they patched this. They also did a patch over there. They did a patch over there, and I also see a couple marks up on the ceiling, and you know, it just depends how much time and effort you want to spend on something to get it to look just a little bit nicer. Just that little made it look a little better. Okay, once it gets painted, you see, and I see there's a nail hole. They had a picture here, but it was off of this top screw. And again, those screws have been in there for so long, I'm not going to take it out. I'm going to leave that. But there was another little hole there, and there was another hole there for where they had put pictures throughout the years. So I'm gonna look at those, and I'm going to go on this one. I'm going to take a Phillips screwdriver and take a Phillips screwdriver and just whack it in. It's going to give 4 little prongs in there, right? Just like that. So that, and then I'm going to do that right here. Okay? Not too hard, but that pushes in all of the edge pieces. Can you see it pushes all those pieces in? So when I put the caulking on there, enough caulking goes in there, and I'll be able to wipe it off, and it will prevent that from coming back. If you don't do that, there's hardly any of the caulking that's going to go through that hole. Plus you're going to leave burrs of the rough backing of the drywall on there, and you're not going to get it nice and smooth. Okay, there's another tip for you. So I just have to remind myself what things I've got to do when I get the caulking out. I'll go back through there and stuff. And where the toilet is, as you're sitting here, I've already noticed the top edge of the baseboard along there has been painted so many different times. The line is not very nice along there. It's all wonky, ziggly on top of there. And so what I'm thinking about doing on that is I brought some caulking with me, obviously, and I am going to put a nice thin bead, nice straight bead all the way along there, just on this piece. I'm not going to do that on all the baseboard, forget that. But right here I'm going to, because it's right in the bathroom when you're sitting here on the pot, the first thing you see is that line. Oh yeah, VideoJoe came over here and painted. Doesn't it look good? Somebody's going to be sitting there and they're going to be like, yeah, this place looks like crap. Look at that. The lines aren't even straight. He didn't do anything, and they're going to think I left it like that. Well, that's been the last 4 or 5 painters have left it like that, not me. But yet I'm going to be the one that's going to be directed to that. Okay, so I'm going to go the extra mile. I'm going to go ahead and caulk that line too. I'm going to do that before the end of the day so that it can be drying. So when I get ready to paint, this will already have a nice straight line to it. See what I mean? So I'm gonna go along, and because this is a bathroom and it's got semi-gloss on the walls, I'm just gonna feel my hands on there, and I'm gonna look, and I might bring my construction light in here and such, and just knock off some burrs. And then you see this right here? Can you see that? It's a dimple. Do you see right here? It's actually a nail, a drywall nail that's pooched out. It's loosened up. It's like, how on earth did that ever loosen up? I have no idea. But if I don't address that right now, and once I get done painting, guess what? It's going to be there forevermore, right? So let me grab my hammer. I could tap on it directly with my hammer, right? But I have to be careful because I don't want to go too far. If I go too far, what's going to happen is I'm going to have an impression there. So I'm going to just take my crappy old flexible putty knife. I'm going to put it right over the middle, and I'm going to hit right there with my hammer. Get that, one away. I see just a little there because it's on a stud. That's way better. You can't even see anything there now, right? But if you know drywall at all, eventually down the road, guess what? That nail is going to show again, probably. The best way to do it is to find a head and then sink it in with a nail set, and then put some putty over it, you know. But this could hold it back into the wood for a few more years, who knows. That's a quick way to make it nice and flat. Do you see it now? I don't see it. And if you will remember, let's see, there are some places in this bedroom. So this is kind of like just a little repair that you can do without getting your caulking out and all that. I'm just gonna look at this because I can see there's one right there, and right there. And last thing I want to do is do that at night because there's another vacationer on the other side of that, so I don't want to be banging on the wall anymore, and I have to. Okay, so that looks way better than it did before. Okay, so that's another way you can do something quick and dirty. And I see another place down low over there. You probably can't see it from there, but I can see it right here and right there. Okay, fixed. But eventually down the road it's gonna pop out again. But they could fix it just like that, you know, with a flimsy, flexible putty knife, and tap on that. Don't just tap directly on the sheetrock. The other thing is you think, oh yeah, I'll be careful, I'll just do it directly on the sheetrock, and then you hit it too much, or you loosen up the drywall mud around the nail, and pretty soon you see some little hairline cracks, and you see a little piece of the drywall mud pop off the wall because you didn't use your putty knife. And then you'll remember, oh yeah, that's what VideoJoe was trying to tell me. Now here's something else I'm going to do in the bathroom. You see this light switch? You see anything funky about it? You see that it's not straight, it's crooked? Look how crooked it is. So when I take that the cover plate off, I'm going to find the electrical panel, and I know the electrical panel is in here, and it's actually behind this picture. Yes, it is. I'll find which circuit it is, turn it off, and then I'll undo the screws, and I can adjust the light switch so that I can get that straight. And incidentally, when you get ready to take cover plates off if the last painter painted around this, he might have, obviously paint will have gotten behind there, so you got to be really careful when you take these off. Okay, take a thin putty knife like I was showing you before, a nice flexible one, and then you just have to be careful and work it around. And when you start pulling it, don't just jerk it off, because if the paint is stuck over here, trust me, that paint has bonded on the drywall, and lots of times it'll actually rip the sheetrock paper and it'll rip over here. So when you get ready to put the cover plate back on, you're going to have a nice little tear over here. Like, oh yeah, there's another thing VideoJoe was telling me too. It's all these different things you're learning as we go. Yeah, it's all real easy. It's just a matter of doing it, remembering a few things. And I'm gonna check when I take the electrical duplex outlet cover plates off. I'll kind of stand back and take a look at them. This one's crooked, I can tell, but that is kind of behind this dresser. So do I really have to do it? No, I really don't have to do it. This one is behind the beds. You're never going to see it. And you see something funky about it? If this was out in the field somewhere, I'd have to fix it. Well, first off, I see that the cover plate has a crack in it. You're not supposed to leave cracked cover plates on there. Secondly, do you see something else here? The duplex electrical outlet is a different color than the cover plate. You see there? It's not a bright white one. This is probably almond, and this is probably a different color. They've got like 3 different color plates of cover plates. 3 different colors of cover plates. Okay, so I'm probably going to leave that one alone. I probably should actually take that cover plate off, put it somewhere that is more easily accessible, so that next time I'm around, I would bring a cover plate with me, and then I can replace it somewhere in an obscure area down below somewhere. Not, obviously not one by the door, not here, not that one, because that's behind the dresser. I would have to find one somewhere else, you know, somewhere like maybe underneath the table over here that I can reach next time, that's safe, that I know nobody's going to get to. Probably not this, because when I slide this back, it's going to be too close. It could be that one way over there, because it's going to be behind a light. And I could put the cracked cover plate there. There you go. I'll put the cracked cover plate right there. So when I take it off, I'll have to remember to put it over here, and then next time I come, I'll bring a new cover plate with me, and an off-white one, and then I can swap it right there, nice and easy. See what I mean? I'm going to take that cover plate and I'll put that one back behind the bed, because by code you're not supposed to have cracked cover plates, and I'm just doing what I should do, and letting you know, hey, if you're going to do something, you might as well do it right. You know what I mean?